endangering us by bringing a hissing. If Trench was still around...
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late? How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful. Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine.
È innamorata dela.
Studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the Hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind?
I should be going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in a made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit, god.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places. Like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
Jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
But the Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. No one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation for maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the Hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have run back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. So how's it looking out there?
This is Lynn Salvador, head of PR security. I'm making a formal security order due to the case number 21H25992. An expedition team found the deep.
Good to have you back. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus Remus, Hazard, Joe. They were supposed to get back from an expedition in ears and wings. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling had it. You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we all wore these pouches around our neck. And I really don't. Could you find him for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Marie. I have to go.
Me too. Busy. I'll be seeing you. Hey.
Oui.
Apparently the director restored HRA print.
You are a warm through time. The thunders hum distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your instinct but don't push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been in your youth. You walk as patrol. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunders still distorts you. It's get yellow. You are a warm through time.
Shit.
The thunders hum distorts you.
That's Dylan. Can you hear me? Come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
You've always been in your youth. You walk as the patrol.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push your fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to be
stop that?
true.
Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good.
Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. The air cracks and the truth will march out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, baby, baby. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder's full of swords.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay.
I was back in but in the dream, I was the only girl. My name was Jess, but then the Bureau came and caught me, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, they could be girls' names? Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
The hell was it? Is he trying to mess with me?
Through time.
Maybe Dylan's still. Maybe there's a way.
I'd like to talk to... Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about it.
This again?
I was going to be I helped you get a job here. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver them, and it stayed that way. It was nice, really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream, it was a game. We were in a game, and it was, and then it shifted again. Or maybe, but in this other dream, this is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked in ordinary, and that's all I can remember.
Maybe that's for the better.
Through time.
Maybe I can learn more about the...
Can we?
I just had
That's fascinating, but
this dream was about.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hit I'd set, and the president himself was there. He was the first one to. At first, but also, and slowly, more and more, it was one.
okay. Thanks for.
For the record, not as long as I'm...
Through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness.
Maybe I'm just here to put...
Any new dreams you'd like?
I'm glad you. This dream, like reality, maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly...
I was in a dark place. His name was Mr. Door. And he told me that there are some inside in one world, in another world. Door said he himself was in all of them at this. I asked him how I could read. I wanted to bring it, but he didn't want it. He didn't. What did he?
What?
Through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes. White burns the yellow and red in the eye.
salvou essa porra? Gente, ação, cara, que merda. Tu queria fazer isso? Você é mó chato pra caramba ainda.
Assistance at this time, sir.
Joe, where's Phil?
Something.
You never. But if.
I took care.
What did you do?
I touched it. This thing, or it was he had one, wasn't.
We've been getting reports from the astronauts lately. The astral plane is usually connected to our world through. If this thing is linking itself to Altergon, this may happen again.
Do you think that...
Must have been. The Panopticon is a date. The agents all know the written. But, since you're some sort of altered item, the Hiss are causing containment breaches here. So I'll see if there are any others missing while you're gone. My life just...
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
We used to play there all the time. Me, Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it.
All the times I felt paranoid. I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Probably deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside and that's where we found this file. A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse? What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do. Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small? No. Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. One or the other?
I wish things had gone differently and ordinary for us. Wishing won't change things.
Ordinary.
Finding the projector will.
A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6, and the sister as well. Well, once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking more level readings here, and I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable.
studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking. I were both prime candidates. Experiments. We're going back home. Of course we are. It started. There, and it's never gone. Something's blocking it.
listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller. What am I about to tell you? They found out. I don't know yet. You found out. The men in the suits.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
The dump.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane? Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane. What? I don't know. No matter. It suits you very well, the poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself? I didn't. No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that? Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost. It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead. No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it. You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood? Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things. Jesse. It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary. The industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused. No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan. Jesse. No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen. Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know what.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next. I should find the others.
Now this boy left, said the son of Annikki Tähti. My assistant will keep work in the glove and the house standing. Lomille lomps, holiday hops.
How can anyone even get out of here while the building's sealed? Let alone go on a holiday.
Yöstä alkaen lounaistuulta. Kutuista hyvä näkymys. Ajoittain noin myöhemmin iltapäivällä ja illalla ilmataan toisaalta tuulta 4–6 metriä sekunnissa. Yöstä alkaen tuuli tyyntyy. Hyvä näkymys. Selkämeren eteläosa 6–10 metriä sekunnissa. Vielä tuuli hyvä näkyvyys. Selkämeren pohjoisosa, merenkurkku ja perämeri suunnaltaan vaihtelemaan 3–6 metriä sekunnissa. Tänään kello 11. Rakki, pyyntö, utua, näkyvyys yli 20 kilometriä. Kaupoilla Grund 15, selkeää, yli 20. Helsingin Katajoulu 18, eteläkautta 4. Melkein selkeää, yli 20. Russarö 18, tyyntä, pilvistä, yli 20. Lisman 16, etelä 5, puolipilvistä, yli 20. Kuuppio 18. Nyham 17, Kaakko 4, selkeää, yli 20. Kotka Sandön 20, tyyntä, selkeää, yli 20. Märket 19, Kaakko 4, melkein selkeää, yli 20. Rauman Puusta Jaskari 16, Lounas 5, selkeää, yli 20. Mäntyluoto 20, Kaakko 2, puolipilvistä, yli 20. Moikitaan 18, Vuoden 4, melkein selkeä, yli 20.
Etsii tietä valon, luokse armaan ainiaan. Yksin sankar yön syvemmälle matkaa pois. Se taakka hänen harteillaan kuin lupaus aina ois. Täs pelissä tää narri lyödään maan aina vaan hetki kuolos lepo suodaan jo takas kutsutaan. Aika särkyy ikuisuuteen, laukaus kajahtaa. Ei onnellista loppua hän kohtaa milloinkaan. Niin monta kertaa kerrottu tää tarina jo on. Sankarin
There's something up ahead. Do you see it?
Hey, girl. Refin. Holidays home.
Adi?
Did you miss me? Did you have this in your song? Yes. No. Part don't make a move. You did good. Take my cassette player. You can borrow it. The song is a present from my friends to you. It will get you through the maze so you can do your job.
Really just happened? Of course it did. He gave me his cassette player. It'll get me through the maze, huh?